HIV/AIDS has been devastating a number of communities around the world since the 1980s, leaving children orphaned and families in fear and traumatized. With the first reported cases of HIV/AIDS in Uganda reported in the Rakai district, and in particular at the Kasensero Landing Site in 1982, the disease has spread at an alarming rate across the country. The area has a high number of AIDS victims despite numerous interventions by government and humanitarian organisations. A lack of quality education coupled with ignorance has seen an increase in the number of reported cases.
Because of the illiteracy, guardians, they don't know the use of a child coming to school. Time for school, they are in the gardens digging, so a child ends up missing a class.
Innocent children are amongst the most vulnerable groups affected by the deadly disease, often making education an impossibility. With an understanding that education is a way forward, Side by Side Boetheo School was established 8 years ago in order to educate children whom have lost parents to HIV who have been affected by the disease.
Most of the parents, they died, and there was a need for these children to be helped by going to school.
To date, the school has 400 pupils across nursery and primary classes.
Now I desire to be a doctor because he explained some of the things they do.
We want to be an example of others.
The school's philosophy is to encourage children to think positively regardless of their HIV status and look to the future.
So we want those children in the near future to change this community by working so hard.
Ronald Mugenyi, the school administrator, says that some of the children suffer from depression as a result of the disease. However, staff counsel the children and maintain a positive disposition.
So we are having many sessions with them, motivating them, showing them that there is another way. And as a school, our foundation is on God. So we show them that there is God and is the source of our hope.
Sagawa, a widower and resident from the Lukwagala village in the Rakai district, is among the parents benefiting from Side by Side's education programs. He says that educating his children will help them be productive and responsible people.
And or any other person to know that they need to pay fees for their children, or they need to allow their children to go to school even if they are HIV positive, and not until their end comes.
HIV/AIDS is still a big problem in a number of developing communities, including Uganda. It affects many communities, and yet there is no cure to date. HIV/AIDS was first reported here in the Rakai district in Uganda, leaving many children orphaned. Due to the rampant disease, education was almost an impossibility for most. However, here at Side by Side Boetheo Primary School, children are given access to education and a prosperous future. Cate, Altamura, UBC News, Rakai.